Hello. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? This is Els coming from Remus Crafty Corner, and today I have a project for us. This is going to be a fairly simple one. Let me just, over here I need to find a thing. I always need to find a thing, you know? Alrighty, let's take a look. Where did my thing go? There it is. Okay, so this is going to be a Happy Mail folio. Why? Because it fits in a flat 6x9 and is going to allow you to fill it with some stuff. And as long as you don't make it all bumpy and wavy and weird, this will ship for like $2, okay? So we are going to use some special supplies for this. Not special. We're going to use some 12x12 cardstock. So get out your 12x12 cardstock. Get out whatever it is you want to decorate this with. A pair of scissors and some glue, and we're going to get this built. So I will be back in just a minute to walk you through this and give you the full supply list, and we'll get started. I'll be right back. Alrighty, this one is easy. All right, so pair of scissors, possibly a ruler. You're going to want some adhesive. Glue is best. Corner rounders, put some notches in. You're going to want some scoring tools that will handle 12x12 and a trimmer that will handle 12x12. Okay, the other thing that you're going to want is paper. Now here's the thing. You can do this in plain cardstock and use colored cardstock to decorate. Or you can just do it in, colored cardstock and save yourself some time on the decorating. It is entirely up to you. Okay? So I'm going to show you how to do this with just a regular full-size sheet of 12x12 decorated paper. And I'm looking to see if there's like a predominant direction here. And I do see that there is. It goes this way. So I'm going to make sure that my top is over here. Okay. And the first thing I'm going to do is score at 3 1/4. Right here. 3 1/4. A couple of light, easy scores is always better than one big eh. Then I'm going to turn this so that my correct direction is going this way, and we're going to score this at 6 inches. Okay, and that's it for this. Okay, so hills into valleys, valleys into hills. Make sure that we have that nice and straight, and we're going to go ahead and burnish our score lines. Okay. Now, down on this end where our little flap is, fold it in half. And you can use your trimmer, you can use your scissors, whatever you want. But you're just going to take like a little wedge out of here. And you can put it in here, put the score line right there, and then decide where you want your wedge to be. And you just want that wedge to come up to that fold, okay? So just a little wedge. As you can see, it's not a lot of material. That is literally the whole thing, okay? So we're going to take that wedge out. We're going to get rid of our trimmer for the moment. And we're going to go ahead and pop our finger pulls in here. One there. And one over here. Okay? So that's our base. Now, if you want to round corners, go ahead and round the corner up here. But here's the trick. You have to get this into this envelope. And this is a 6x9 envelope, and this is a 6-inch piece of paper. But do you see what this is? Do you see this? it's going to be slightly larger than the envelope. So we're going to trim a scant amount off of the outside edge. And by scant, I mean 1/4 of an inch. Okay? So put this in my trimmer. And I'm just going to take off 1/4 of an inch through all of it. All right? Get rid of that. Now I'm going to test to see if this is going to go in my envelope. And it will fit into my envelope. All right? Height is good. Comes right there. My width is good. If I'm going to stuff this a little bit more, you might want to take just a hair more off of here, but that's your choice. Now, I'm going to clear this stuff because when I come back, we're going to glue this together and then add a few more pockets to it so we can really put stuff in it, okay? I'll be right back. Okay, so if you want to ink, do that. And then we're just going to glue these down on the one side. Okay? So, we're only going to glue these down on this side. So we want to make sure that we only put glue very close to the edge on the outside piece. And so you want to do the bottom piece and not the top. Now, I want to round these corners. And then I want to be able to put, you know, stuff in here. I want to be able to use this space up here, and I want to be able to use some space on the outside. So, I'm going to get my trimmer out. And we are going to cut some other pieces from our plain cardstock to add to this. All right, so I'll be right back. All right, so our piece is 8 1/4 tall and 5 3/4 wide. So we need to keep those numbers in mind when we're doing this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a piece that is 8 3/4, right there, okay? And then I'm going to cut about 2 1/4, because I don't want it to go quite all the way across, about 2 1/4. Now I can mat this if I want to, but here's the plain truth. If I mat this, that's just more weight. Okay, so this is 8 3/4, and I need to find the center. Well, I'm not all that worried about it, so I'm just gonna kind of fold it in half and just pinch one part of it. That's gonna tell me where the center is. Now, I don't need this because this is a very shallow pocket, but I like the look. And then I'm gonna throw a little ink on here. And this is a nice textured cardstock, so it's going to look nice even without, you know, anything on it. I could put a sticker on it if I wanted to, you know. Washi tape's not going to add that much weight. All right. So I'm going to put this right here on this front piece, gluing it on 3 sides because I want to be able to tuck larger pieces in. Now, I'm going to leave that just a hair from the side, okay? Just a very tiny little bit. And that's just to help add a little color to that side. And then I'm going to cut some pockets for the inside. So I think on this side I'm going to put an envelope. So on this side I'm just going to put a tuck. Okay, so I'm just going to cut this to 5 3/4 because that's my width. Again, find the center, or roughly thereabouts. A little bit of ink. Glue. Okay. Now, like I said, I could put an envelope up here. I could use this for my writing space, and I could put an envelope on the back. This is entirely up to me. But I think if I was going to put an envelope on the back, I would want it to be the right color. So I'm going to look through my envelopes, see what I've got, and I'll be right back. All right, so I have this envelope, and I think that the color is gorgeous with the paper, and it has like this metallic sheen to it, but it's too big. So we're going to fix it. So we know that this is 5 3/4. Okay. So 5 3/4. I'm going to go to 6 1/4. And I'm going to cut that piece off. Now, that's the edge that's sealed, but that's okay. You know what? I'm going to save that because that would look fantastic on a scrap buster. So now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little creative manipulation here. I'm going to put this envelope in, and I'm going to score this at 1/2 inch, right here. Okay. 1/2 inch. And then I'm going to cut this part off. Boink. And I'm going to cut off this whole part right here. Okay. So I'm going to go just inside that score line. Just the long piece. Down to the fold. And then I'm going to take that fold out. Now, my envelope has the original piece right here where it was sealed. And it's pretty well stuck down, so I'm not too worried about that. But now I'm going to fold that. Hit it with my bone folder, and I'm going to trim a little corner angle here and there, and see that little angle? I'm going to do it on the other side. Then I'm going to glue this down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put glue on this side. And I'm going to fold it in. And I'm going to put it inside the envelope. Okay. So now I have this fantastic, huge pocket, and it's going to be a big tuck. Watch. Clearing this out of the way, let's get rid of this. Keeping that. By the way, if you don't know why I keep those pieces, look for my Scrapbuster 10,000 video. Now, I don't want to seal this, okay? So I'm going to cover that up with something, and I think some really pretty washi tape. Excuse me. So let's see what I have that might look nice. I have this. It's really pretty. I don't know. Maybe this one? It's got to be perfect. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect, but it has to be something that I like. And I don't see anything in here that I want to put on there. So, all right, we're going to find something in this box. Or not. I want something that kind of goes with the paper and still blends with this. And I just don't see anything in here either. It's okay. I have more. There's more where that came from. This is how you know I do this on the fly. It's not it. Nope, that's not it either. It's got to be right, you know? That's the one. All right. Get this out of the way. I could just cut a piece of this paper if I had a scrap, but I don't. So, so what I am going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and put some stick glue on this. Now, you know, I'm not a big fan of stick glue. We all know this. Let me get this started first. But it has a place, and its place is washi tape. So I'm just going to add some glue right across where that sticky thing is, and then I'm going to put down my washi tape. I'm going to use my bone folder to do this, okay, because I want to get that angle. So you can use your bone folder, you can use a ruler, whatever you want. There we go. There's that side. And that side. Alright. So I got that. Love it. Now, we do have this little piece over here that's kind of a little awkward. So I'm just going to trim that off. Get rid of it. And that'll come down, and you can use, you know, a piece of washi tape because it peels up easy. You put a piece of washi tape on there, or, you know, whatever. And I think I am going to decorate this just a little bit with another piece of washi tape on the bottom, just to make it pretty. So again, I'm just going to run a line of glue stick across the bottom. There we go. And washi tape. Okay. Little trim there. Little trim there. Okay. Alright, so now I have to put some here. See what happens? I get started decorating, and then all of a sudden I want to decorate everything. All right. I'm going to put it this way because, you know, that's the correct direction when this is closed. Okay, washi tape. And this is just kind of to prove a point too, that, you know, you can make something very pretty out of something very basic. Because all we're using here is washi tape and an envelope. Okay? Yes, it's a gold envelope, but it's still just an envelope, right? And you can make something pretty out of that. So, now we have that, and we can glue it down on the back. We could just tuck it in as an extra piece. This could be our piece that we tuck in here. I wouldn't though, because it's not going to fit, but you could put it inside. You could glue it to the back, or you could just paper clip this to the back right here, and that is going to create your closure. Grab a paper clip here. So you could just take a paper clip and put a paper clip on here. And that's not really going to add a lot of depth to it, but it's going to allow you to fill this up, have this be closed, still put your paper in here and use your paper clip to hold that flat, and then have all of your space in here. You can write something to someone, and then of course you would have, you know, 3 pockets to fill. So this is a lot of space for you to use. So the best part of this is even when it's filled, whoop, it still fits into our 6x9 envelope. Okay? That's it. That's my little send a gift to a friend package. Okay? That's all I have for you today. Do me a favor and George Jetson the button over there. And check out the community tab. Check out the description below. You're going to find some links to my Facebook group and things like that. Go over there, check that stuff out. Look at what I've got going on, what's coming up. And that's it. So until I see you again, stay well, my friends. I love you guys. Bye-bye.